certainly done what he can in goal for Chelsea. If you are just tuning in, you're listening to live audio match commentary here at Villa Park. It's Aston Villa 0, Chelsea 0. We've had almost 2 minutes gone here. Here is Thiago Silva now, leaves it for Conor Gallagher, who, as expected, is playing more of a deeper role this evening. Plays it into Caicedo, going on a run over the halfway line. Well, he looked to be tripped, and he was, by Yuri Tielemans. It will be a free kick to Chelsea. Something you certainly don't see from Caicedo, but well, he decided to just take everybody on there with a gliding run through the centre of the field. And he was hooked down, though. And it will be a free kick to Chelsea, which Gallagher will take. It's a dead central position. It's about 25 yards outside the Aston Villa penalty area. That's for Conor Gallagher to chip this in with the right foot. What can Chelsea do from this? Can they cause Aston Villa some early problems here? Right-footed, over the back it'll go. There's the volley, and it's well wide in the end by Benoit Badiashile. Just came to him on the far left side of the area and hit it on the volley first time, but never really going to cause a problem as the ball flied well wide of that Aston Villa goal. The Frenchman started 4 out of his last 8 he's been available since returning from injury, if you include the one this evening. It doesn't bode well when you start in the thrashing at Arsenal, though, but an unused substitute for the 6-0 win over Everton really does it. But that's the case for the 23-year-old, as Aston Villa will try and attack down the right-hand side. Here's Leon Bailey now, into the penalty area, trying to twist and turn. Cucurella sticking to him like glue. Still Bailey trying to get away from Cucurella. Still got it on this right-hand side. He's more by the touchline now. He needs support, and eventually he feeds it into Tielemans. Villa have it now, just 10 yards outside the Chelsea penalty area. Here's Pau Torres now. Might fancy a shot here. Plays it down the line. Here's Dean. Gets across him again. Oh, it's took an inflection. And it's gone in. And Aston Villa have the early advantage here in front of their home supporters. And it's John McGinn who takes the credit. I think it took a little of a deflection, though, whether it was off Watkins or a Chelsea player, and rebounded in the back of the net. It might have come off Cucurella, I think, last, actually. I'm sure we'll see it again, but who cares? McGinn certainly won't mind. And Aston Villa lead by a goal to 0. And we've not even had 5 minutes on the clock. And it was all through Pau Torres' lovely side roll pass down the left side of the area. Luca Dean pulled it back, edge of the 6-yard box. And there's John McGinn with a really clever, incisive flick of the left boot. And as I say, I think it takes a nick off Cucurella on the way through. Whether the ball was going in, I don't think it was. It's come off Cucurella, it's gone in the back of the net, and that, for me, is a Cucurella own goal. I don't think it's going in. It's going across to the far, well, should I say the far right-hand post, but it's took a deflection. And Cucurella, I think, will be credited with that. Well, the dubious goals panel will certainly have their say on that one, but for me, that is a Marc Cucurella own goal. Aston Villa lead by a goal to 0 here then. And for Chelsea, well, the problems just keep on mounting, don't they? And it has been awarded, by the way, as a Cucurella own goal. I can tell you that from what we can see here. Of course, things can change, but I'm pretty certain that that one won't be. And you could see as well with the way John McGinn celebrated, there was hardly a celebration from the Scotsman. But, well, Villa lead by a goal to 0. If you've just tuned in, you're listening to live audio match commentary. Well, Chelsea are already a goal down. And, of course, conceded 5 the other evening against Arsenal. Well, they're going to have to really step things up now, aren't they? Here is Mikhailo Mudryk against this Aston Villa side who are chasing Champions League dreams. And they've actually, when they've scored first, Aston Villa, they've won 16 times, only drawing 1 and losing 1 of 18 Premier League games. So that really does show you what they are up against. Here is Mudryk, tries to control it on the edge of the area, cut out well by Douglas Luiz, and that will be a free kick to Aston Villa as the Brazilian goes down. And Villa will come again down the right-hand side. Here's Leon Bailey looking to take on Cucurella, the unfortunate customer who put that through his own goal. Bailey, oh, he does brilliant well. He gets past him. Still Bailey, what a run this is. Still Leon Bailey down the right-hand side, and in the end, Conor Gallagher has to come and protect Cucurella, but Chelsea don't clear their lines very well. And here's Yuri Tielemans now on the ball. Knocks it out to the left-hand side to Torres, who was a big part of creating that opening goal for Aston Villa. Tielemans out to the left-hand side, and here's Dean, who certainly does take credit. Through to Morgan Rogers, back to Dean, could be a chance here. Dean with the effort, oh, it's into the side netting. Oh, Aston Villa so close to a second goal there. Chelsea all at sea. Lovely bit of football down the left-hand side. The ball came back to Luca Dean. He smashed it right-footed on the volley, first time from about 10 yards out. But the ball hits the side netting of the near post. And the Aston Villa supporters actually thought the ball had gone in. And I must admit, it did fool me for a moment, but that wasn't the case. Into the side netting it went. And Chelsea can breathe a huge sigh of relief, it's fair to say here. In the meantime, Douglas Luiz has just been brought down by the Chelsea captain, Conor Gallagher. So it's an opportunity here for Aston Villa to get the ball into the mixer. And well, it's on the right-hand side. It's about 20 yards outside the Chelsea penalty area here. Chance for John McGinn to dink it in with his left foot. You know he can do it. Douglas Luiz is also over it as well. Villa have the options. They certainly have the men to produce an opportunity here. What can they do? 8.5 minutes gone here at Villa Park. Aston Villa 1, Chelsea 0. McGinn leaves it to Luiz, right-footed, towards the back post. There's the flick header, up in the air, and Petrovic is going to have to get to it, and in the end he has to punch the ball over the crossbar. Under pressure from Aston Villa attackers such as Ollie Watkins, and in the end, as I say, I think Pau Torres was in there as well. Yes, he was. And Petrovic had to punch the ball over the bar underneath his crossbar, but I think he's got the free kick for it, so it will be a Chelsea free kick. But once again, Chelsea playing with fire, and Aston Villa causing havoc once more. But, well, it really has been an excellent start for Unai Emery's side here. You lead by a goal to nil. As for Mauricio Pochettino, well, there has been rumours and, well, should I say murmurings in the week that he may well not be in a job come the summer. It just isn't going right for Chelsea at the moment, is it? The pieces are falling where they should be. They've got the squad, they've got the players. They've had a lot of injuries, fair to say. Lots of injuries, of course, which hasn't helped, but you still feel that this Chelsea side should be doing better, especially when you've got a player in the offing with Cole Palmer, of course, top scorer, who's got 25 goals in all competitions. Here is Conor Gallagher. Out to the right-hand side to Caicedo. Caicedo again. Lovely little 1-2. That's better from Chelsea, and Palmer was trying to get on the end of it there. Tielemans clears it only as far as Madueke on the right-hand side. Down the line it'll go. Caicedo, there's the cross into the area. Cleared away in the end by Konsa. Booted up in the air first time, and Villa will pick up the pieces. Here is Torres. Oh, lovely football from Villa. And there is Morgan Rogers who releases Luiz on the left-hand side. Still Douglas Luiz now. He's been hounded there by Madueke for Chelsea. In the end, Torres has to go all the way back to his goalkeeper, Petrovic, should I say, Martinez. Of course, Petrovic has been the busier of the two goalkeepers so far. Martinez, I make that's his first touch, really, in this game. And here he is again. And Chelsea trying to press high, but Villa do well and beat the press. Here is Pau Torres, left-footed, towards the halfway line. McGinn flicks it on. Over the top it'll go. It's chested, though, by Thiago Silva. Out to the right-hand side now to Trevor Chalobah, who's under pressure. Rolls it back to Petrovic. And that will enable Chelsea to just start things once more. But, well, what a start we've had here at Villa Park. If you've just tuned in, you're listening to live audio match commentary. A very good evening to you. We've had just over 11 minutes played on the clock, where it is Aston Villa 1, Chelsea 0. The own goal from Marc Cucurella is the goal that currently separates the two sides. Here is Trevor Chalobah on the right-hand side. Lovely 1-2 with Gallagher. Now Madueke trying to run through. Lovely 1-2 with Mudryk. Still got it, Madueke. Needs support. Out to the right to Gallagher. Chelsea coming forward. This is better. Palmer with the right-footed cross. Cleared away by the head of Torres. Only as far as Thiago Silva heads it back in. It's headed out by Mati Cash though. Villa trying to pick up the pieces on the right-hand side. Cucurella will let the ball roll out. And Chelsea can start again from the back. And here is Thiago Silva, the 39-year-old who is making his 25th start this evening. He turns the grand age of 40 in September. It's still a bit of a Rolls Royce, isn't he, in the Chelsea back line. And Chelsea have given the ball away though there. It was Cole Palmer of all people inside the centre circle trying to get Chelsea on the attack, but they've got away with it, Chelsea. They have possession once again. Here is Badia Shield into the feet of Caicedo. Out to the right-hand side. Now Chalobah. He's got Madueke to the right of him. Here is Madueke. Tries to take on Morgan Rogers on the outside, in the inside, trying to cut in. Rogers is having none of it though. He's dragging his shirt though at the moment, trying to pull him down, but referee lets play go on. Here is Badia Shield now. Chelsea moving forward, closer towards the Aston Villa penalty area. Now it goes back to midway. Here is Caicedo. McGuinness putting the pressure on, but it goes out to the left-hand side to Badia Shield. Now Mudryk now, look at the take on players. Cucurella's made a great run, slips it through. Here's Jackson, pulls it back towards the near post. It's a poor cross really, it's a bit of a scuff cross, and it's cleared away by Aston Villa. But Chelsea try to come back again, trying to retrieve possession. Caicedo always let the ball run loose, and Watkins has got it off him now, battling away, but Chelsea do well to get it back. That's more like Chelsea winning the ball back in the middle of the park. That's what you like to see. I'm sure that's Pochettino will be just a little bit more happier with what he's seeing. That's the kind of steel that you want to see from your footballing side, which has certainly not been evident of late. Here is Badia Shield into the feet of Mudryk now on this left-hand side. Cucurella has made a run. Mudryk decides to go on his own. Tries to skate through the two Aston Villa backline defenders. Cannot do so though. And in the end, Cucurella recycles possession. Here is Thiago Silva. Out to the right-hand side to Trevor Chalobah. Chalobah rolls it back to Silva. Inside the centre circle now. Moving forward. Chalobah out to the right. Here's Madueke. Trying to take on the Aston Villa back line. Cannot do so. Now Silva again. Still Chelsea have it. Just keeping it very neatly, very nicely. Not going anywhere at the moment though. Now they'll try and do it. Here is Madueke on the right-hand side. Looking to take on Lucas Dean. Cannot do so. And Morgan Rogers does really well and gets it back. And he plays it into Watkins. And Watkins has got through here. Ollie Watkins, left side. He's still going. He's waiting for support towards the edge of the area. Pulls him up to McGinn. Here's McGinn. Back to Watkins. Right-footed shot. Straight into the arms, though, of George Petrovic. But, well, Aston Villa just nicking the ball there so elegantly on the centre circle down the left-hand side. Ollie Watkins put the ball through the legs of Thiago Silva, raced his way towards the area, played it into John McGinn. McGinn played it back to Watkins, and there he is, about 12 yards out, right-footed, but his effort was pretty tame in the end, and he went straight into the arms of the grateful George Petrovic. And here is the ball over the top, and Jackson could be in. Jackson, great chance, and he scored! Nicholas Jackson for Chelsea. Well, that came out of absolutely nothing there. I think it was Moise Caicedo with the ball over the top of the Aston Villa back line. It completely split the Aston Villa defence into pieces. Nicholas Jackson latched onto it and then confidently finished it with his right foot past the oncoming Emi Martinez. And Chelsea have equalised out of the blue here. There's a little bit of a discussion going on whether Nicholas Jackson is offside. The Aston Villa defenders certainly think he is, but he took it really well, Nicholas Jackson. As the ball come over the top to him, he brought it down, got inside the area, and then nonchalantly knocked the ball past Emi Martinez with his right foot over Martinez's head. He was actually crouching down, and into the roof of the net it goes. And Chelsea have drawn level here at Villa Park. And Nicholas Jackson points the finger. Well, I think he was just pointing the finger to say maybe it's not as bad as it seems. But in the meantime, we are having a VAR check, as there could be a possible offside. So it's all down to Chris Cavada and Konstantin Hatzidakis, who are the men responsible for the VAR. And Craig Paulson waits to hear the decision. So if you've just joined us, you've just tuned in, you're listening to live audio match commentary. It's Aston Villa 1, Chelsea 1. Although there is a goal check going on, Nicholas Jackson's goal that has just been scored. It's whether Nicholas Jackson had just strayed ahead of those Aston Villa defenders and was offside. And Mauricio Pochettino, well, I think he just needs a bit of luck at the moment, doesn't he? What kind of luck will he get? And in fact, the goal has been ruled offside. And so it remains Aston Villa 1, Chelsea 0. And having seen it again, we only took one look at the replay there. Nicholas Jackson had strayed into an offside position. The red line is out, it confirms it. And so the on-field, or should I say the decision for the offside, has been given. So no goal for Chelsea. And it was just a shame because it was a really good, clever finish from Nicholas Jackson. But, and here he is again on the ball now. Well, I'm sure he'll want to try and get that goal that's just been chalked off. Marked up again, but here is Mudryk with the effort, and it goes well over the crossbar in the end. Well, the butterflies on Mudryk's neck, certainly not flying on that occasion, as he smashes the ball over the bar from a good 20 yards out there. Cut in, right-footed, curled it. Got it all wrong, really. Over the crossbar it goes, but I think Chelsea were just trying to get a bit of the confidence back that I'm sure would have been knocked out of them with the goal being disallowed there. We've played just under 19 minutes here. It is Aston Villa 1, Chelsea 0. But it has been an enthralling encounter so far at Villa Park. Mark Cucurella is credited with the own goal. And Chelsea just had a goal chalked off through Nicholas Jackson. To the VAR decision. In the meantime, Aston Villa will try and pick up possession down the left-hand side. Rodgers does exactly that, trying to roam his way through there. He's gone down, looking for the free kick, but nothing given on that occasion. Morgan Rodgers, who joined from Middlesbrough in January, is returning to his West Midlands roots after a short spell at Manchester City, which didn't really go to plan, it's fair to say. And here come Villa again. Here is Ollie Watkins now, towards the edge of the area. Watkins feeds in Leon Bailey. Here's Bailey on the right-hand side. He has to go all the way back outside the area, though. And I think, in fact, Bailey's offside there. So Chelsea will have a free kick. The referee's assistant putting the flag up there. And so Aston Villa, well, really, Ollie Watkins, when you look at it, he could have had a shot there. He was driving towards the edge of the area on the left-hand side, and he's just outside the D, and he opted for Leon Bailey. Looking at that on the replay, could really have had a go himself, but didn't do so. Opted for the assist, which, of course, presented the offside. So Chelsea have been able to regain a bit of possession. And here is Cole Palmer with a first-time ball. Through it goes, but that will go all the way through to Emi Martinez in the Aston Villa goal. He will just pick up the pieces and look to roll the ball out, the Argentine. But in the meantime, there's been a foul there from Conor Gallagher and Yuri Tielemans. Conor Gallagher, not sure if he'll get in the book for this, you know. Let's just have a look. It all happened off the ball very quickly. Tielemans knocked the ball back to Martinez, and Conor Gallagher just ran straight through him, really. I don't think there was too much in that, to be fair. Yuri Tielemans just making a little bit more than it probably should have been. But, there is no booking for Conor Gallagher, and rightly so, I think, in that case. But it will be a free kick to Aston Villa, which Tielemans will clip forward over the halfway line, looking for Dean to try and flick on. In the end, it's Caicedo who takes it on the chest, puts it out to the right-hand side. Here is Madueke on the right-hand side. Knocks it back to Caicedo, back to Madueke. He will then go all the way back to his goalkeeper, Petrovic. Takes a few touches, and he will guide it out to the left-hand side to Benoit Badiashile. And Chelsea just knocking it around at the back between Silva and Badiashile as they look to move forward. Well, Chelsea have won just one of their past 8 Premier League games outside of London. That victory coming at Luton Town in December. Here's Madueke, so they certainly haven't fared very well in the places outside of London. I'm sure they want to try and change things up here. Here is Mudryk now. Tries the little pass into Cole Palmer. Palmer goes for the shot! Well, it's from distance really. Just came to him quickly. About 22 yards out and on his left foot, just controlled it and then fired it, and the ball went well over the crossbar in the end. And well, I think he was just trying to get a shot off really to try and cause a few little problems for Aston Villa. Never really going to do that when you're taking an effort like that, but well, Chelsea may look at that and just think, hopefully that's a bit of a boost. They certainly need something. They trail by a goal to nil here at Villa Park. If you've just tuned in, you're listening to live audio match commentary. Aston Villa 1, Chelsea 0. Here is Badiashile now inside the centre circle. Cucurella has made a run on the left. He ignores him though. Decides to go to his centre-back, Thiago Silva. Silva will go out to the right-hand side to Chalobah. Chalobah's got Madueke on the touchline, hugging it on the right-hand side. Here is Palmer, back into Caicedo. Villa just being behind the ball, 10 men behind the ball of course, as they tend to do. McGinn and Watkins chasing it down, letting Chelsea come at them. Here is Mudryk now. He's got Cucurella making a great run down the left hand side, and he'll get there. Cucurella keeps it in, gets the cross into the area. Jackson's got it, he's controlled it, plays it back to Conor Gallagher. The chance looks to have gone for the moment, and in the end Chelsea, well, they just about get it back though. Here is Caicedo, still Chelsea have it just outside the Aston Villa penalty area. Here's Madueke trying to show a bit of skill. Caicedo with a strike, it's low, and in the end it's a bit of a daisy cutter really, straight into the arms of Emi Martinez in the Aston Villa goal, and he'll take those all evening, well, the Aston Villa goalkeeper, and he certainly did take it there, did Emi Martinez. The Argentine actually broke the club record in the fixture between these sides last season back at Stamford Bridge, where he achieved the most clean sheets in a goalkeeper's first 100 games in an Aston Villa shirt, moving above Mark Bosnich and Brad Friedel. He's got 8 clean sheets so far this season in the Premier League. Sure, he'd love to add to that. Does look like at the moment Aston Villa might have an injury problem, because it looks like John Duran is warming up here. We'll keep our eyes on that one. What's happening there? In the meantime, Chelsea have a throw, and it looks like it's Yuri Tielemans. He's gone down now, clutching. I don't know whether it's his groin by the looks of that, but he's down on the field at the moment. That's the second time Yuri Tielemans has gone down, so there's obviously a problem here. Craig Paulson just seeing what the damage is. And it does appear like Aston Villa might be forced into an early substitute here. And it's going to be Moussa Diaby, actually, who's going to come on. And, well, that will probably mean John McGinn dropping back, with Moussa Diaby going into the number 10 position. And Diaby is certainly going on, but Yuri Tielemans does appear like he won't continue. And so Aston Villa are going to be forced into an early change here. 25 minutes gone. If you've just tuned in, you're listening to live audio match commentary here at Villa Park. It's Aston Villa 1, Chelsea 0. And Yuri Tielemans is receiving treatment at the moment, the Belgian midfielder. And of course, scored those 2 goals against England. And 2-2 draw last month. It's actually the same amount he's got in total for Aston Villa in all competitions, just the 2. So Yuri Tielemans will be replaced, and he hobbles off. just goes off the field, and on comes Moussa Diaby. Well, he was unlucky really to be benched, because he was one of the scorers in Aston Villa's 3-1 victory over Bournemouth last weekend. Well, certainly got the opportunity again now, hasn't he, to add to his goal-scoring prowess. Well, it looks like John McGinn will drop back into that Aston Villa 4. Moussa Diaby will just take his chance, of course, in his number 10 position. Plays just behind Ollie Watkins. In the meantime, Chelsea will have a throw-in then on this near left-hand touchline, midway point of the Aston Villa half. Here is Cucurella now on the left-hand side. Knocks it back to Benoit Badiashile. He finds Caicedo inside the centre circle. Caicedo head to the left to Badiashile. Badiashile now will come forward. Arsenal 1-2 with Mudryk. Gallagher now picks it up. Gallagher back to Caicedo, who played a lovely ball over the top for Nicholas Jackson not so long ago, which of course the goal was ruled out for VAR. Here is Caicedo again, switches play over to that left-hand side, finds Cucurella, controls it, got Gallagher with him, uses Gallagher infield. Here is Gallagher now, out to Cucurella. Chelsea still have it, just 5 yards outside the Aston Villa penalty area at the moment, but they're not finding a final pass. They're trying their hardest to do so, but Aston Villa are standing firm at the moment. Here is Thiago Silva now. Lovely ball into Palmer. This is more like it. Palmer shapes to shoot. Oh, it's took a deflection off Douglas Luiz, and Villa get the ball away, but that was better from Chelsea there. Cole Palmer picking it in the midway point of the number 10 position, firing at it left foot, but it's smashed off the back of Douglas Luiz. But still Chelsea have it. Here is Nicholas Jackson. Out to the left-hand side to Cucurella. Cucurella into Gallagher. Jackson has come for it, but he ignores him. Goes out to the left to Cucurella, who controls it. He actually miscontrolled it for the moment, but he's got it back. Feeds into Gallagher. Now Caicedo. Out to the left-hand side. Still Chelsea have it. And again, Aston Villa doing what they do best with their game plan. Very structured. Here's Thiago Silva. Bit of a brick wall. That claret and blue brick wall not letting Chelsea get anywhere at the moment. Here is Gallagher. Back into the feet of Badiashile. Tries to feed it through to Caicedo, who's battling away right on the edge of the Aston Villa area. And Caicedo's winning back. Feeds it through. And there was Jackson again. He just couldn't quite get there ahead of Matty Cash, who got his body in front of him and let Emi Martinez come out and grab the ball. So good play by Aston Villa there. Really good defensive work from Matty Cash, the Polish defender, who recently returned from injury, which kept him out between the end of March and mid-April. He has now started the last 3 games, so certainly getting back into his right-back berth. Here is Badiashile now. So Aston Villa had 3 attempts on goal to Chelsea's 4. Here is Trevor Chalobah out to the right-hand side, but of course the most important stat of the game so far is Aston Villa have managed to convert one of those chances, and they lead by a goal to nil. Here is Thiago Silva. We've hit the half-hour mark here at Villa Park. It's Aston Villa 1, Chelsea nil. Here is John McGinn now. Tries to put it over to that right-hand side, and Leon Bailey does well to control it. Here is Bailey trying to twist and turn and get away from Badiashile. He's battling away with Leon Bailey there, getting his left foot in there, and that will be a free kick in the end. He just went over the top. He's such a difficult customer, isn't he, Leon Bailey? Whenever he gets the ball, he really has got the strength and the power to hold off pretty much anyone, and he did so there. Showed exactly what he could do on Benoit Badiashile. And so Aston Villa will have a free kick from this right-hand side, which John McGinn will look to take. It's just a few yards from the touchline on the near side, so certainly an opportunity here. About 15 yards outside the Chelsea penalty area. So Douglas Luiz will look to take it, right-footed. Or will it be the left boot of John McGinn? McGinn has got his arm up. Douglas Luiz is going to leave it, is he? Yes, he is. To McGinn. There's the cross into the area, headed away by Badiashile. Now Cash clips it to the right-hand side to Luiz. Luiz back to Cash as Villa look to throw the ball back into the Chelsea gauntlet. Instead, Cash will go for the switch from right to left, but Luca Din is not going to get that, and it goes over his head and out for a throw-in to Chelsea on this near right-hand side. Well, Unai Emery is certainly looking a very happy manager at the moment, as expected. Having lost his first Premier League meeting with Chelsea in just his second game in charge in this competition back in August 2018, he's actually won his past three against Chelsea without conceding a goal. Sure, we'd love to add to that, wouldn't he, this evening? And they're doing all right so far. Still a long way to go in this game, though. As Lucas Dean gives the ball away, but he wins the free kick, does he? No, he doesn't. I thought the referee, Craig Pawson, had given it, but he hasn't. Here is Gallagher now. Out to the right-hand side to Madueke. Gallagher releases Madueke down the right-hand side now. Is he going to use his pace? He's not going to get there in the end. Pau Torres is back defending brilliantly and rolls the ball back to Martinez. And Villa look to clear their lines, which they do so. But Chelsea will pick up possession midway point of the half. Here is Cole Palmer. He's not really had too many touches on the ball, the Chelsea top goal scorer. We've had an amazing season, hasn't he? First season since signing from Manchester City. You do have to question really why Manchester City let him go, don't you? Having seen the talent that this 21-year-old has shown, and of course he's knocking on Gareth Southgate's England door now ahead of the Euros in the summer. Here is Gallagher. Rolls it back. I think he'd be a very, very unfortunate footballer if he was not to be on that plane. Here is Gallagher. Out to the right-hand side to Chalobah. Chalobah feeds it into Madueke now, trying to show his skill. Of course, scored in the recent draw with Sheffield United. Madueke, brilliant goal with a solo left foot. He's looking to have it on this right-hand side now with his left foot. Can certainly do that, can't he, when he cuts in. Haven't seen too much of that, though, so far. I'm sure Chelsea will be hoping he can spring some kind of surprises. Here is Caicedo. Picks out Badiashile, slips it in. Here's Mudryk into the area, pulls it back. Oh, that was the wrong move from Mudryk. Should have shot it, but still Chelsea have it. Here's Cucurella, left side of the area, pulls it back. There's the header. Oh, it's off the post from Nicholas Jackson. Oh, Chelsea a lick of paint away from an equaliser there. It was Nicholas Jackson who rose above at the back post, got his header in, it come off the post, and Aston Villa were able to clear their lines. But well, that's much more improved from Chelsea, and I'm sure Pochettino will like what he saw there. And it was a lovely bit of play in the end. Cucurella it was, released down the left side of the area, his cross to the back post, and Nicholas Jackson, well, you'd normally bank on Jackson at least hitting the target, but he can only head the ball against the right post, and the ball came out, and Villa were able to clear their lines. Well, he joined from Villarreal in the summer, did Nicholas Jackson, still just 22 years of age. 10 Premier League goals so far in his debut campaign. He almost made it 11 there. And of course, had a goal chalked out earlier on for VAR, so certainly is causing Aston Villa problems. If you have just tuned in, you are listening to live audio match commentary here at Villa Park. It is Aston Villa 1, Chelsea 0. Here is Luiz now inside his own area, being put under pressure by Jackson, but it will be an Aston Villa free kick. And a chance for Villa to try and clear the ball away. And we're just seeing that chance again. Nicholas Jackson, well, it was a downward header, it was. Hit the turf before it hit the post. But well, as I say, the lick of paint got in the way, and Chelsea are still searching for an equalising goal. There is Pau Torres who clears it over to that right-hand side. Now Cash now trying to take it on. He's got Diaby to the right of it. Here's Diaby, comes scampering down the right-hand side. He's got Bailey to the right. Diaby, he picks out. Here's McGinn, leaves it for Watkins. Oh, good save in the end by Petrovic. Pushes the ball away, and Aston Villa so close there to a second. Well, they can just hit you with a flash of a moment, can't they? And that's exactly what they did there. And it was Ollie Watkins whose effort from the left side of the area was pushed away from Petrovic, and Chelsea survive once more. Here is Caicedo. Out to the right-hand side to Chalobah. Well, it really has been an excellent watch this so far here at Villa Park. Here is Conor Gallagher. He's under pressure. Knocks it back into the feet of Caicedo. And now, Thiago Silva. Lovely little 1-2 with Cole Palmer. Chelsea will try and come forward again inside the centre circle. Here is Caicedo. Switches play over to that left-hand side. Cucurella takes it on the chest. Knocks it inside to Mudryk now. Mudryk, who, of course, is turning, twisting, goes for the shot. And in the end, that's an awful effort. Goes out just about for a goal kick. Right by the corner flag. And that really is summing up Chelsea's play at the moment. Mykhailo Mudryk, a really poor effort when he should have done so much better. And Ollie Watkins feels he should have done so much better, really. And his effort from the left side of the area, 7 yards out, was saved very well by Petrovic at his near post. But Villa will come forward again. Here is McGinn. He picks out Morgan Rogers over the halfway line. Rogers is driving towards the Chelsea penalty area, but he just lost his footing at the vital moment. And Chelsea are able to pick up possession. Here is Thiago Silva now. Mudryk out to the left-hand side. Jackson, he's got Cucurella bombing on past him. But Jackson, is he going to go alone? He goes for Cucurella. On the overlap, he's blocked by Cash. And Villa still haven't got rid of it, though. Cucurella gets it back to Mudryk now. Chelsea have it, edge of the Villa penalty area. Gallagher goes for the sweeping effort. And in the end, it goes wide and well wide of that near right-hand post. But well, that was certainly an opportunity there for Chelsea. They were just building momentum, trying to find an opportunity, and eventually they did. Conor Gallagher's right-footed shot from well outside the Villa penalty area, it flies wide. But, Aston Villa about 14 final third passes to Chelsea's 72 final third passes, but I think it's fair to say those final third passes have not come to fruition yet. But here is Douglas Luiz over the halfway line, looking to make more of that. The ball runs loose and he'll go into the feet of Badiashile. And now Conor Gallagher inside the centre circle. Picks out Badiashile again. He's got Cucurella with him as Badiashile. Instead he opts for Thiago Silva in those red boots of his, the Brazilian. Inside the centre circle at walking pace now. So rolling into the feet of Jackson. Jackson will play back to Silva, back to goal. Out to the right he'll go to Chalobah. There's Madueke hugging the touchline on the right-hand side. Decides to ignore him now. Now Thiago Silva goes for the switch ball over to the left-hand side. Finds Mudryk, skips away from Leon Bailey, goes down, and that's a free kick to Chelsea. Mykhailo Mudryk showing clever feet there to roll his way past Leon Bailey. Bailey just got the wrong side of him, really, chopped him down, and that will be a free kick to Chelsea. An opportunity here with just 6 minutes to go until the break here at Villa Park. If you've just tuned in, you're listening to live audio match commentary. It's Aston Villa 1, Chelsea 0, but Chelsea have a free kick, which Cole Palmer and Mykhailo Mudryk are currently in discussion as to who will take this. It's 3 yards away from this near left-hand touchline and about 5 yards from the corner flag, so opportunity here to try and get that ball into the box. Cole Palmer and Conor Gallagher are over it. Who will take the free kick? Gallagher leaves it for Palmer, into the near post it goes, cleared away by Torres, where the ball got stuck in the midst of a few bodies there at the near post, but in the end it was cleared away as Craig Paulson just seemed to be having words. I don't know whether there's a free kick as well in the midst of that. It looks like it is, so Aston Villa will have a free kick anyway, which Martinez will go to take. And he'll just look to launch this forward, will he, with his right foot? Yes, he will. There's the diagonal over to that right, looking for Matty Cash, who takes it under control. Cash feeds it into Bailey. Here is Bailey. Good tackle by Cucurella, but only as far as Cash, who picks out Morgan Rogers. Rogers with a shot. Oh, that's a beauty from Morgan Rogers. And Aston Villa increase their advantage thanks to the young man they signed from Middlesbrough in January. What an accomplished finish that was from Morgan Rogers. Really cool how he took that. And what a, wow, what a terrible, terrible time this Chelsea side is currently having. And it just makes it worse for them, doesn't it? But Aston Villa, well, it was Matty Cash who picked up the loose ball. The loose ball came back out to him, edge of the D. He picked out Morgan Rogers. Rogers took control of it, right-footed, and just guided it beautifully into that near post. Petrovic dives, but he's never getting near it. It really is a sumptuous finish from Morgan Rogers from about 10 yards out, and Aston Villa are 2 goals to the good here, and Unai Emery celebrated that in fine style. Of course, an Aston Villa win here this evening would put them 9 points clear of Tottenham Hotspur, who of course do face Arsenal tomorrow. Oh, Morgan Rogers is all smiles as he's once again on the score sheet for Aston Villa. His 3rd Premier League goal from his 10th appearance so far. And well, as I say, the young man seems to be finding his feet. Struggled at Manchester City, but now he really is showing his potential. We have 3 minutes to go until the break. It is Aston Villa 2, Chelsea 0. You're listening to live audio match commentary. Thiago Silva looks to clear, but what on earth do Chelsea do? What does Morgan Pochettino, or should I say Mauricio Pochettino, have to say to his Chelsea side at half-time? Certainly going to be some words said. Here is Mudryk, out to the left-hand side to Cucurella. Now Caicedo. Lovely little 1-2 into Gallagher. Of course, you can count them a little bit unfortunate with the goal that was chalked off. Had that gone in, of course, it does change, or should I say, had the goal been given, then it does change perspective, doesn't it? Well, we can say that all we want. Here is Caicedo, because it was offside. Here is Chalobah on the right-hand side. Plays it into Cole Palmer. Palmer was 10 yards outside the Aston Villa penalty area. Really hasn't got going at all tonight, Cole Palmer. Of course, he did miss the Arsenal game through illness, so you wonder whether he's still 100% feeling himself. And here he is again, though, on the ball, looking to make things happen. Cannot do so. Has to go back to Badiashile as the interval closes in here at Villa Park. 1 minute to go plus stoppage. Here is Caicedo. First time ball, poor ball as well. Torres cuts it out for Aston Villa, and then Diaby juggles it up, and that will be a free kick to Aston Villa. And well, Unai Emery certainly won't have to say much to his side, will he, at the break? They are simply doing what they have been doing all season, really. Performing and putting some very positive results in the locker. And here is Rogers again. Full of confidence from that goal. Still going towards the edge of the area. He finds Dean. There's the cross into the area. Looking for Diaby. Headed away by Badiashile. Chelsea trying to get rid of it. They cannot do so at the moment. They're struggling. Here is Bailey. And now Cash tries to recycle possession, but Caicedo does well and mixes it in to win it back. Here's Cucurella with a first-time ball over the halfway line. Look at Nicholas Jackson. Oh, Jackson's got free. Oh, no, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. It's a free kick to Aston Villa. Well, just for that moment, I thought he got free, and he was completely clear down the left side there, bombing his way towards the area, but it did look like he impeded the Aston Villa man, Matty Cash, so it will be a free kick to Aston Villa. And we've got 6 minutes of stoppage time to play. I can only think that's the Yuri Tielemans injury that happened in the first half. Or should I say the first part of this first half. Of course, we are still in the first half, aren't we? Here is Douglas Luiz now, just on the edge of his own area. We've played just a minute now of that 6 added on time. Here is Torres, feeds it into the feet of Morgan Rogers now, down the left-hand side. Rogers now just gliding with the ball. He's got Dean on the overlap. Plays into Dean, to the byline. Good challenge in the end from Chalobah. Just got his foot to it. And it will be an Aston Villa throw-in on this far left-hand side. It's almost level with the Chelsea penalty area. Luca Dean will go over and take it. The Frenchman will look to launch the ball in to this Chelsea penalty area. And he certainly has made the position his own, hasn't he, Luca Dean? Into the area it goes, flicked away though, but it's flicked back in by Matty Cash, and then volleyed clear by Mudryk on the edge of the D, just to clear it anywhere really. And Villa have got to be careful with the bounce here, which Consa does well, and in the end the ball goes all the way back to Emi Martinez. So Villa will just take control of it. And actually with in terms of the most first half goals, Aston Villa have now scored 35, just one behind Arsenal. Here is Conor Gallagher. He finds Mudryk over the halfway line, who loses control, slips at the moment. Really, he didn't want to, but Chelsea have got a free kick there. Conor Gallagher has gone down under the challenge there. Craig Paulson still believes it's not the right time to get the cards out, and he's letting the game flow pretty well, it's fair to say. We've played 2.5 minutes of these 6 added on here at Villa Park. If you have just tuned in, you are listening to live audio match commentary. A very good evening to you. It's Aston Villa 2, Chelsea 0. Here is Thiago Silva now with the switch over to that left-hand side. Here is Mudryk now. Look at a take on Cash. Cuts in Mudryk on the right foot, looking for a strike on goal. Instead he went for the pass though, and it was cut out by Cash, only as far as Badiashile. Back to Gallagher. Now Caicedo as Chelsea switch from left to right. Here is Chalobah. Over to Madueke on the right-hand side. Look at a take on Dean, and he's gone into the area. He's gone down just outside the area. He's trying to run his way into the area, but it's not going to be a free kick anyway, because I think he seemed to go down rather easily, really, under the challenge of Luca Dean. It's Noni Madueke, and so Aston Villa will have a free kick. Well, the England under-21 man, still learning his trade, scored his 3rd league goal in the 2-2 draw at Sheffield United early this month. As I mentioned, it was a fine finish as well. But still a young man. Here is Rodgers now picking the ball up, another young man in the Aston Villa guide. Here is Torres out to the left-hand side to Luca Dean. Forward it will go, looking for Rodgers. Chelsea intercepted though. Here is Caicedo now driving towards the Villa area. Tries to play the 1-2 with Jackson. Doesn't come off, and Villa will pick it up. Here is Bailey, and this is where they can hurt you on the counter-attack. Here is Rodgers, who tries to put the ball over to Ollie Watkins. It doesn't quite make it, and the ball too far for him, and it goes out for a Chelsea throw-in. We have now played just under 5 minutes of the 6 added on. Here is Thiago Silva, picks out Chalobah on this right-hand side. Back to Silva. Chelsea just looking for that intensity, which has been shown at times this evening, it's fair to say, but maybe not as most likely as they would have wanted. And here is Mudryk, picks out Cucurella on this left-hand side. Cucurella, poor ball in the end. Douglas Luiz just gets his foot to it and gets it away, but Chelsea recycle possession. Here is Thiago Silva, now into the feet of Chalobah. Palmer has come deep to get it, plays it to Chalobah, out to the right-hand side to Madueke. Look at the take on Dean. He does get past him this time. Here's Madueke into the area, could get a shot here, left-footed. Well, in the end he just slipped at the vital moment. There's been a couple of slips from those Chelsea players. I think they need to put the right boots on, don't they? Here is Moussa Diaby though, over the halfway line. Here he goes for Aston Villa. Still Diaby, slips it through to Ollie Watkins. Is he going to get there ahead of Badiashile? He's not. And out comes George Petrovic to save the Chelsea day, and comfortably hold on to it as he rolls it out. And here is Mudryk, skips past John McGinn. Chelsea coming forward, and in the end Cash does well to cut it out, and Villa can start forward again. Over the halfway line they go. Here is Douglas Luiz, just taking his time now. No real hurry, no real hurry they really need to do, is it? They lead by 2 goals to 0, and that in fact is the half-time whistle here at Villa Park. Well, Aston Villa broke the deadlock just before the 5th minute mark, thanks to an own goal from Marc Cucurella from a John McGinn shot. And then Chelsea had a goal chalked off from VAR, offside, when Nicholas Jackson neatly finished before Morgan Rogers put Aston Villa 2 goals ahead with a neatly tucked finish into the near post. So it's Aston Villa that lead at the break here at Villa Park. Half-time score, Aston Villa 2, Chelsea 0. We'll be back in 15 minutes, so come and join us then. Well, welcome back to the second half here at Villa Park, where Aston Villa lead by 2 goals to 0, thanks to a Mark Cucurella own goal and a Morgan Rogers finish just not long before the interval. Now, Aston Villa are aiming for a 3rd consecutive league win over Chelsea. Chelsea have won 7 of their last 9 Premier League visits to Aston Villa, losing the other 2. And the teams, of course, have already met 3 times this season, with Aston Villa winning that league contest back at Stamford Bridge, and Chelsea winning in the FA Cup after a replay. But it all seems to be going Aston Villa's way this evening, doesn't it? It'll be interesting to see what Pochettino has had to say. And well, in terms of Aston Villa, they are forced into another substitution. They were already forced into one in the first half when Moussa Diaby came on for the injured Yuri Tillemans, but now Emi Martinez is off and Robin Olsen is on. So Aston Villa having to make a change. We can only assume that that's an injury or an illness to Emi Martinez, but he's off anyway, and Robin Olsen, the Swedish goalkeeper, is on. 34 years of age, Robin Olsen, just his 3rd league appearance for Aston Villa this season. And straight away Chelsea will get us underway, and down the right hand side here is Madueke going on a run, and he tried to get the cross in, and as he won a corner there on that right hand side, well, it was also quick. Chelsea kicking off, and well, straight away Madueke, and Unai Emery is late coming out of the dugout, by the way. He's just reappeared, so I can only assume he's gone to check on Emi Martinez. But well, there you go. We'll keep our eyes and ears on that, and we'll bring you any news that we have. But in the meantime, Aston Villa have made that substitution, and Robin Olsen will be in goal for the second half. And here is Palmer. There was no corner from that Chelsea chance, but Chelsea do have possession on the right hand side, deep inside the Aston Villa half. Here is Jackson. Nice little 1-2 with Caicedo. Looks to clip it over the back, and here is Jackson, right side of the area. Can he get his shot away? He's still holding the ball up, back to goal. Knocks it back to Madueke. Takes his man on into the area, pulls it back. Could be a chance there, and in the end, Cucurella just slices the volley over the bar. But that was an early opportunity there for Chelsea, already getting behind the back of the Aston Villa back line, which it's fair to say they did do it on a couple of occasions in the first half. And well, Madueke was certainly trying his luck there down the right hand side, and eventually when the ball came to Cucurella 10 yards out, he sliced the volley well over the bar. Mark Cucurella looking to atone for his own goal in the first half, of course. Here is Cole Palmer driving for Chelsea down the right hand side. This is more like the Chelsea we know. Palmer clips it into the area, decent one as well, headed away by Matty Cash. It was a diving header because it was going over the back of his head, but here is Madueke into the penalty area, still going, he's gone down, but I think it was more of a slip than anything, and that will be a goal kick to Aston Villa. Madueke was again just he did really well. Morgan Rogers actually lost the ball, and Madueke took it off him, tried to sprint past Pau Torres, couldn't get the better of him though, and the ball was out. So Robin Olsen will get the first touch for Aston Villa in that goal. He takes it quickly, and Villa again losing possession. Here is Gallagher. Well, in the end, Chelsea have to take it all the way back, though, to Cucurella. And Ollie Watkins is racing to put him under pressure. But he rolls it back to Petrovic in the Chelsea goal. Out to the right-hand side it'll go. Nice little 1-2 between Madueke. And, oh, there's a bit of afters going on between Caicedo and Douglas Luiz. And a yellow card has been shown by Craig Paulson. I think it's to the Brazilian Douglas Luiz. And a yellow card to Caicedo as well, where they're both battling midfielders, aren't they? They love a tackle. And they were both in the midst of that, and it was Douglas Luiz who just basically stopped Caicedo, dragging him to the floor. Caicedo then gave him a bit of afters, and I think that's the right decision, really, from Craig Paulson to book both players just for intervening between one another. And the yellow cards have been shown, so that's the first time that Craig Paulson has got his book out this evening, and he's booked one of each on that occasion for Chelsea and for Aston Villa. And here is Badia Shield now for Chelsea inside his own penalty area. Looks to carry the possession on. You've got Thiago Silva with him. Here is Thiago Silva. It's left hand side to Badia Shield, and here is Caicedo. Back to Badia Shield, coming forward again. Cannot do so. Aston Villa trying to win the ball back, but they cannot do for the moment. Here is Madueke on the right hand side, plays it into Cole Palmer. Here is Cole Palmer on the right hand side. Out to Thiago Silva. Chelsea can build again from the back. So we've played just under 5 minutes here of this second half. If you're just tuning in, you're listening to live audio match commentary, where is Aston Villa 2, Chelsea 0. Both of those goals were scored in the first half. Chelsea have certainly come out in this second half a lot more busier, and I'm sure they'll be trying to test that Aston Villa back line whenever they get the opportunity, especially now Aston Villa have got Robin Olsen in the goal, not their Argentine World Cup winner Emi Martinez, who's had to go off at half time. But in the meantime, here is Cole Palmer down the right hand side, looking to take on Douglas Luiz. He does that, cuts in. Palmer now, midway point, central position. About 15 yards outside the Aston Villa penalty area. Now Badia Shield into Palmer. Lovely little 1-2. Didn't come off though. Looking for Cucurella. In the end, it goes back to Martinez. Chelsea certainly like to do those little 1-2 touches, and they have been coming off as much tonight. When they do come off, it's pretty to watch, isn't it? But not at the moment. As Badia Shield though does go down, and that will be a free kick to Chelsea. In a decent position, I think it's fair to say as well, just 10 yards outside the Aston Villa penalty area on this left-hand side. There's an opportunity for Chelsea to get the ball into the area, about 5 yards from the far touchline. Chelsea kicking from left to right in this second half. Aston Villa from right to left towards the Holt end, of course. But so Chelsea will have a free kick then. And Cole Palmer and Conor Gallagher are currently over it. Who will take this? Will it be Palmer? Will it be Gallagher? It will be Palmer, left-footed towards the back post it goes, headed up in the air by Torres, only as far as Madueke, who misses his kick completely, and Aston Villa will come away with the ball, but in the end Moussa Diaby can only play the ball out for a throw-in to Chelsea on that far left-hand side. And there will be a chance for Pochettino's side to regain perspective. As Cucurella throw it into the feet of Palmer, who flicks it forward. Give a Conor Gallagher. There's a switch of play. What a ball that is. And there's for Madueke. He's got it. Controls it down the right-hand side. Cuts in on that left foot. He's into the area. Goes for the strike. Oh, it's just wide of that far left-hand post. Oh, that was a real opportunity there for Chelsea. And Madueke was in a foot race with Lucas Dean. He won it. He then cut in on the left foot, got into the area, struck it just wide of that far left-hand post. It was low, but in the end it veered wide of that far post. It's a similar kind of range to where he actually smashed it in against Sheffield United, but couldn't do it on that occasion. Certainly wouldn't vindicate him for trying it, though. There is Pau Torres now for Aston Villa inside his own area. Mudryk is putting him under pressure, and in the end he does really well to do so, because Torres is forced to slam it out for a throw-in. Also, a man who Unai Emery knows very well from his time with Villarreal, bringing him to the club. Here is Chalobah now for Chelsea, down the right-hand side, likely 1-2. Chalobah, another player who's certainly had his injuries for Chelsea. He came on for the final 24 minutes in midweek. Certainly finding his way back to fitness. He's got Silva to the left of it. Here is Silva now. Over to Badia Shield. Badia Shield just inside the centre circle. Spots Silva. Back out to the right, it'll go to Chalobah. Chalobah. Nice little neat ball into Jackson. Jackson now, he's got Madueke making a great one. He feeds it through, and here is Madueke into the area, trying to get a cross in. He's had to cut back onto his left foot though. Aston Villa do really well to show him onto his left foot, and he's well away from goal now, but he'll dink the ball into the area. Headed away by Torres though, and now Luca Dean will juggle it forward, and then it's away only as far as Leon Bailey, and Villa will come forward. Here is Cash now. It's the first real opportunity Aston Villa have had. Now McGinn with the ball over the top, looking for the long ball. It's met by the head of Thiago Silva. Well, Chelsea are having plenty of possession in this second half. They're just not making the most of it yet. Here is Madueke again on the right hand side. Plays it into Caicedo. Still Chelsea have it. Caicedo might fancy his chances. Well, he certainly had to go from there, right footed, 20 yards out, but it's caught by Robin Olsen. Very comfortable from the Swedish international goalkeeper. And Aston Villa will now pick up the pieces down the right hand side. Here is Bailey under pressure from Cucurella. Has to roll it back in the end to Matty Cash. And Villa will again use their possession wisely. And it goes back to Olsen in the Aston Villa goal. Cole Palmer has tried to charge him down, and in the end Olsen though does really well. Gets it out to that right hand side. Leon Bailey clips it over the back of the Chelsea back line. But that will be meat and drink for Petrovic in the Chelsea goal. It'll just give Chelsea a bit more time on the ball, possession-wise. Which is something they have certainly had plenty of in this second half. We've had 10 minutes gone in this second period. Aston Villa 2, Chelsea 0. Here is Nicholas Jackson. He's got Madueke making a run on the right. He'll use him as well. Jackson finds Madueke now. Takes his man on. Clips the cross. High towards the back post. It goes over everybody though. And eventually Leon Bailey will be back defending there and clear the ball superbly over to McGinn. McGinn plays it back to Bailey, and it gets a real round of applause here from that Villa Park crowd. They love that. Here is McGinn. What a ball that is over to the left-hand side. Releases the Frenchman. Luca Dean over the halfway line. He strides. Tries to play the 1-2, but Rodgers trying to scamper his way through. He cannot do so. And that's good defending from Thiago Silva for Chelsea. Here is Caicedo with another dink over the back of the Villa back line, looking for Nicholas Jackson. You can certainly see that's the tactic whenever Caicedo gets the ball in a central position. It's just to try to get the ball over the back of that Aston Villa back line. And of course they did do it when Nicholas Jackson found the back of the net in the first half, only for the offside flag to be ruled out following a VAR check. Here is Cole Palmer into the feet of Caicedo. Cucurella under pressure from Tielemans. Finds Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva uses Caicedo. Chelsea just knocking it about very casually, waiting for that final pass to arrive. At the moment it hasn't, and Villa are back beyond the ball defending. Diaby and Watkins are the two furthest forward, pointing instructions, telling what to do. And that's the thing with this Aston Villa side, isn't it, with Unai Emery? They all seem to know exactly what they are doing, and every player could virtually play whatever position they wanted. They're a match for a match, aren't they? Here is Cole Palmer though on the right hand side. He's looking to just get into the match at the moment. Palmer now drives towards the edge of the area. The shot is deflected away though by Luca Dean, but Chelsea will have it again. Here is Thiago Silva. It's all Chelsea at the moment in terms of possession, and they're just trying to feed their way through and create a clear-cut opportunity. But it's Aston Villa that lead by 2-0, and that's the important stat of the night, isn't it? Here is Caicedo out to the right-hand side. Here is Trevor Chalobah now. Chalobah looking to try and cut in. Lovely 1-2 with Mudryk, but I think it's come off Torres. It has it? And it will be a corner. Yes, it will, to Chelsea. It came off Pau Torres last. So an opportunity here for Chelsea to try and See what they can do from this corner. If they could get one back, when the game certainly changes, doesn't it? It'll be Cole Palmer that will take it from the right-hand side. It's going to be a left-footed floater. High one towards the back post. Thiago Silva with a header. Oh, and it's took a nick off Cash and gone behind for a corner. Well, Thiago Silva, of all people, was completely unmarked, edge of the 6-yard box, got his header in, and Matty Cash, the ball, you know, might have been sneaking in at the near post, but Cash heads it behind for a corner. Really good header behind by the Polish defender, but Chelsea will have a corner from the left-hand side. They'll have another crack at this Aston Villa back line. Conor Gallagher will take the corner from the left-hand side. It's going to be a right-footed, in-swinging delivery. What can Chelsea make of this? We've almost hit the hour mark here at Villa Park. Aston Villa 2, Chelsea 0. Conor Gallagher, right-footed. In it goes, floated towards the back post. Oh, he's dropped it. Robin Olsen is cleared away by Luca Dean. Hooked away in the end by Dean, and Olsen is down now, holding his back. And he looks in a little bit of trouble here. Now, this will be an interesting one because Aston Villa have already, of course, used their goalkeeper substitute. But Olsen is soon back to his feet and he looks okay. But well, for the moment, you just thought when he went down, he was holding his... it's more of his midriff, actually, not his back. Seemed to be holding his back, then he's held his midriff. That could be a case of, yeah, let's put a bit of time on the clock, I think. Because he seems to be okay now. He's back to his feet. And, oh, he's absolutely fine. He's just ran up and booted that ball like nothing untoward, really. But here is Chalobah now at the other end. Has to knock it back to Petrovic, and Chelsea will build again. Badia Shield, long left-footed ball towards the halfway line. Jackson controls it, spins on the ball, goes down. That will be a free kick to Chelsea. Matty Cash just taking down the Chelsea striker. And an opportunity for Chelsea to take very quickly. Here is Cole Palmer now. Feeds it into Madueke now. Madueke's gone down, and that will be another free kick to Chelsea. And I have a feeling Craig Paulson might be getting his book out again very shortly. It was Pau Torres this time, who certainly isn't one for getting booked. Just one yellow card, as he has picked up in the Premier League all season from his appearances. His 27th league appearance this evening. It will be a free kick to Chelsea, and it's in a dangerous position, it's fair to say. 10 yards outside the Aston Villa penalty area. Palmer and Gallagher will take it on this right-hand side. Palmer, is he going to dink it? He's going to leave it for Gallagher. Gallagher takes it short, out to Madueke on the right-hand side. Cuts in, left foot, then drags it with his left to his right. Still going Madueke on the right-hand side. Knocks it into Gallagher, clips it in right-footed. That's a decent one. Olsen's got to come for it. He does get there, and he holds on to it very firmly in the end, does the Swede. And he had to do so as well. And you can see the Chelsea test is certainly being put to Robin Olsen. And he seemed to be, at the moment, passing the test. Not with flying colours, though, because he did drop one not so long ago. In the meantime, here is Palmer. Gallagher leaves it for Madueke! And Chelsea are back in it! Noni Madueke with a fine left-footed finish. Low into the bottom left-hand corner. Well, Robin Olsen didn't sniff that one. And Chelsea have got themselves back in the game. And Noni Madueke is the man who does exactly that. Gets his 4th Premier League goal of the season. It was Villa who messed about with it. Luca Dean lost possession. Cole Palmer nicked it off him. And as he did so, got into the area, pulled the ball. Gallagher then teed it up, and there is Madueke with his left foot from about 5 yards out. It's a beautiful, crisp, left-footed finish into the bottom left-hand corner. Robin Olsen, no chance whatsoever, and here's Madueke again, driving towards the area. He's gone through everybody, he's gone down, and they want a penalty, Chelsea, but I think they'll get a booking instead. Yes, they will. Noni Madueke will get a yellow card for going down. Simulation. Although Morgan Rogers certainly put his foot through him there. Now let's have a look at this. Did he make any contact with him? Well, There might have been a little bit on the edge of the deep. Wouldn't have been a penalty anyway. Or has he given a free... Oh, he's given a free kick, rather, after all that. So Chelsea will have a free kick. So the yellow card is not for Madueke. It's for Morgan Rogers, who chopped him down. Well, I must admit, when I saw on the TV monitor, just the way the referee pointed it. So Chelsea have a free kick right on the edge of the D. Well, it's just inside the D, actually. Cole Palmer's just putting the ball down now, slightly to the left of centre, but it is a very dangerous position and a chance for Chelsea to draw level almost immediately after getting back in the game. Cole Palmer is currently over it. Now, we know the kind of form he has shown already. 25 goals in all competitions for Cole Palmer, if you include the Super Cup and the Community Shield. So I'm sure he will be looking to try and add to his tally this evening. Cole Palmer then is going to be the man to take the free kick. There's a four-man Aston Villa wall. Palmer left-footed. Oh, it's low, it's wide. Bit of a scuffed effort really for Cole Palmer. I thought he was going to go and try and chip it over the wall, but instead he hits it with the laces and gets it all wrong really. Goes well wide of that far right-hand post. And Aston Villa can breathe a sigh of relief this time. And the boot is certainly on the other foot now in terms of where this game is going. Chelsea have come flying out of the traps, it's fair to say, and fully deserve their goal. And here they come again. Here is Cole Palmer driving towards the area. He's trying to pick out a pass. He couldn't do so. And Aston Villa, they need some kind of reprieve here because they just cannot get the ball up the field. And this time Rogers has gone down, and that will give them a little reprieve. That's a free kick to Aston Villa inside the centre circle. The young man who, of course, scored in the first half, picked up a yellow card, has now just won his side a free kick as well, taking the pressure off, I think they call that. And so it will be a free kick to Aston Villa as Rogers has gone down, but it's taken quickly, and Chelsea have now got themselves a free kick. Wow, that was a bit of a mess there. So it's an opportunity here as Caicedo and Leon Bailey clash. Leon Bailey has gone through the heel of Caicedo there. Well, could it have been given the other way? I'm not sure. Oh, it's actually Chalobah, but I'm not sure really. But it will be a Chelsea free kick. It's about 20 yards outside the Aston Villa penalty area on this left-hand side. Cole Palmer will go over and take it, left-footed. Floats it into the area, headed away by Torres, only as far as Chalobah, who takes it on the chest. Leon Bailey, by the way, has picked up a yellow card for his troubles there. So he's the next one in the book. Well, Craig Pawson has gone from really showing no cards in the first half to delivering booking after booking in this second period. So we're just seeing whether Leon Bailey... Yeah, Leon Bailey has been yellow carded. That's the third Aston Villa player to go in the book, to compare to Chelsea's one with Moy Caicedo. So 4 yellow cards in the matter of 25 minutes or so in this second half. But Aston Villa lead by 2 goals to 1. If you've just joined us here, you're listening to live audio match commentary. A very good evening to you. We've got 23 minutes to go on the clock. And, well, Aston Villa raced into a 2-goal lead, which is a lead they pretty much kept until just a few moments ago. And Chelsea pulled a goal back to get themselves well and truly back in this game. And in the meantime, there is Luca Dean has gone down. And he's in a bit of agony, is the Frenchman, just holding his left ankle. The physios are now on the field, just checking on him. Just with his orange, fluorescent orange boots, I think it's fair to say. Physio's just testing the movement as he drinks his water. Luca Dean, the Frenchman who has been making his position his own, really, hasn't he, despite the competition of Alex Moreno. He's the main man that Unai Emery calls for at the left side of that Aston Villa defence since he joined from Everton. And he is just going off the field for the moment, so Aston Villa will be down temporarily to 10 men. And so Robin Olsen will resume possession. Well, you have to wonder what Mauricio Pochettino must have said at half-time to his Chelsea players, because they've certainly come out all guns blazing in this second period, and now they've got the goal to go with it. You may well fancy them to go on again, an equaliser here. There's 22 minutes remaining, a long time, and Aston Villa, I'm sure, of course, there's plenty of action to go, substitutions that can be made as well. In terms of Chelsea, though, they really haven't got a lot to put on, it's fair to say. With, of course, a lot of youngsters on that bench this evening, including 3 who are yet to make their first team debuts. For Aston Villa, they've 2, of course, had their injuries as well, but they have got John Duran they could call on. Here is Trevor Chalobah now. We are back underway here. Badia Shield now, the Chelsea number 5. He has it on that right-hand side, back into the feet of Chalobah, and it's forced forward into the feet of Cole Palmer, who twists and turns on the halfway line. He's had a much better second half as Palmer finds Gallagher, and now Madueke's made a great run on the right-hand side. He picks him out, does Gallagher. Now Madueke back into Gallagher on that right-hand side. Still Chelsea have it, deep inside the Aston Villa half, almost on the touchline though. Finds Gallagher. Gallagher back into the feet of Madueke. Madueke to Chalobah. Now Badia Shield. Look at a switch play. Instead he opts for Thiago Silva. Goes for the short ball. Badia Shield out to Chalobah. Chelsea just very comfortable in their passing, it's fair to say. In this second half, there was a lot of loose passes in the first, but they really have got to grips with Aston Villa, it's fair to say, in this second period so far. Here is Thiago Silva. Cucurella has come short for it. He does get it. Knocks it back, as the two seems to have very similar coloured boots on, actually. Thiago Silva again. Now Badia Shield. Into the feet of Cole Palmer, who's midway point of his own half. He's back to goal. He's just come to try and help Chelsea forward, and now they can attack down the left-hand side. He's Mikhailo Mudryk, who has been quite quiet, really, in this second period, as the attacks have come down the left-hand side more than anything, but now, down the right-hand side more than anything, but now they're on the left-hand side. Here's Mudryk, feeds into Cucurella, gets the cross in, it hits the feet of Morgan Rogers, and then Caicedo wins it back. Brilliant sliding tackle, feeds it through, Madueke, great chance for Chelsea. Oh, it's punched away by Olsen at the near post. Oh, he just about got that, did Robin Olsen. Now Chelsea again coming within a whisker of an equaliser there. And again it was that man, Noni Madueke, causing the problems down the right-hand side. That seems to be the weak link for Aston Villa at the moment. And of course, Luca Dean was off the field, but he is back on now, and he's just gone to take the throw, so it hasn't really made much of a difference, though, really, has it? Because he certainly has had the beating of Dean, especially in this second period. And, of course, the goal came from that side as well. So, and here is Douglas Luiz. Goes back to Torres now. Back to Olsen, who's right on his goal line, but he just about passes it out to the right-hand side. Then Konsa into the feet of McGinn. McGinn goes back to Konsa. Konsa feeds it inside. That's a good ball into Morgan Rogers, who's got space. He's over the halfway line, Rogers. He's got space on the right-hand side for Bailey. He uses Bailey into the area. Bailey with a low shot. Oh, it's saved. Watkins going to get the rebound. Oh, and eventually it's kicked away by Petrovic. And out for an Aston Villa corner, where the ball was bobbling all sorts in the 6-yard area there. It all came from Leon Bailey with a great run. His left-footed shot fired it in. It was pushed away by Petrovic, and then the ball was somewhere inside the 6-yard box, and Petrovic kicked it away as Watkins tried to turn and twist and finish. But it will be a corner to Aston Villa from this right-hand side. It'll be Luca Dean that will take it. With the left foot, it's going to be an in-swinging delivery, you would feel, from Aston Villa and just take a bit of pressure off them, really, which they've certainly endured in this second half. Here is Dean, goes for the short one. Back into the feet of Leon Bailey. Dean with the cross, first time, headed away this time by Thiago Silva. Only as far as Matty Cash, who retrieves it. He then goes for the long lofted switch over to that left-hand side, and Douglas Luiz took his eye off the ball, and that's unlike the Brazilian, really. And he lets the ball escape off his foot and go out for a throw-in. And, well, the Brazilian's known more for his defensive qualities, has certainly played more than his part, though, hasn't he? 14 goal involvements in the Premier League this season for Douglas Luiz. In the meantime, there is going to be a double substitution. It looks like Tim Irobanam is going to be one of them, and just as I said a couple of moments ago, Douglas Luiz is the man who will be coming off. So let's just see who will come on. Well, I think Diego Carlos is also going to be coming on for Aston Villa as well. So it does appear like it will be a double substitution. So Douglas Luiz and Leon Bailey go off, and Tim Irobanam is coming on with Diego Carlos. So those are the two changes. And well, Irobanam is of course a midfielder, so only 20 years of age. The England under-20 international. He actually scored in the March international break, 5-1 win over the Poland under-20s. Also, Diego Carlos, the Brazilian defender, still yet to score his first league goal in a claret and blue shirt. Sure, we'd love to do that this evening, wouldn't he, and put the game to bed. There is Morgan Rogers now, down the left-hand side. Lovely skill from Rogers, trying to get away from two Chelsea defenders, but Gallagher does really well and wins it back. And that's a foul on Conor Gallagher, and he wants a yellow card, I think, for the Aston Villa player, but Chelsea have took it so quickly, the referee hasn't had time to do anything. Here is Gallagher now. I don't think he would have done anyway, Craig Paulson. Here's Badiashile. He's having a break, I think, from the bookings he's already dished out so far. Here is Chalobah. Picks out Madueke on the right-hand side. Here is Madueke. Looking to take on his man. Lovely little 1-2, Madueke, still Madueke, finds Cucurella, out to the left-hand side to Mudryk now. Here is Mudryk, two Villa players to beat, chips it into the area, headed away by Irobanam, who's just come on. Good defending, and Irobanam again clears his lines from the Aston Villa back line, but here comes Chelsea again. Cucurella into Mudryk, and that's a good tackle from McGinn, wins it back very firmly. But then Badiashile wins it back for Chelsea. Here is Badiashile, Chelsea still have it. Just on the edge of the Villa area, Cucurella tees it up for Cole Palmer. Oh, it's just wide from Cole Palmer. Well, it came to the number 20 in that Chelsea shirt. Cucurella teeing him up, edge of the D, 20 yards out, but he fires it wide of that left-hand post, does Cole Palmer. Certainly not far away from a Chelsea perspective. And I think Aston Villa again can just breathe that touch of relief, because it wasn't far from that post, but well, they certainly just need to up their game a little bit, Aston Villa, it's fair to say. We all know that Unai Emery likes his team to be organised and well drilled in their defensive setup, and they can sit deep of course at times, and they play more on the counter-attack really. But even this second half display is something to be hold of really, because they've hardly laid a glove on Chelsea. Just the one effort really, which came from Leon Bailey not so long ago for Chelsea. And of course they got the goal, and they've tested Olsen a couple of times as well. But of course it's not enough at the moment, is it? As Aston Villa still lead by 2-1 here at Villa Park. We've got just 13 minutes to go. If you have just tuned in and you're listening to live audio match commentary, and a very, very good evening to you. As Madueke is trying to get away from his man there. course, this if it does stay as it is, it does mean that Aston Villa will go 9 points clear of Tottenham Hotspur. Really give themselves a cushion. Of course, Tottenham Hotspur didn't play today. They play tomorrow in the North London derby with Arsenal. So, of course, they can reduce the deficit once more, but the games are running out now, aren't they? And as for Chelsea, of course, it would really leave them with a sinking feeling in mid-table, and very unlikely that they may seek European football, let alone Champions League football. But here's Madueke looking to change it, threads it through, looking for Nicholas Jackson. Pau Torres, though, gets there and clears the ball away, but it will be a Chelsea throw-in on this near right touchline. Cucurella finds Thiago Silva. Now Badia Shield clips it in over the back of the Aston Villa back line, and Luca Dean will clear it down the left-hand touchline into Rodgers. Tries to escape Cole Palmer. The number 27 and 20 are battling inside their own Villa area, and in the end, well, Cole Palmer wasn't happy. He feels that he made the challenge correctly there, but it is a free kick to Aston Villa. I think Morgan Rodgers needs to count himself a little bit fortunate there, because he was dillying and dallying in his own penalty area there, very needlessly. And Cole Palmer appeared to me have took the ball off him fairly, but not to Craig Paulson. Decision. In the meantime, Chelsea will come forward. Here is Nicholas Jackson now, bombing towards the area. Jackson, he's gone down. Is that a free kick? No, it's not. Conser's not pulled him down. And in the end, there's the hook clearance up from McGinn over the back of the Chelsea back line. Well, again, Chelsea will pick up possession. Those blue shirts are really camping inside the Aston Villa half at the moment. Here is Madueke on the right-hand side. Plays it into Gallagher, who's in on the edge of the area. Gallagher with a shot! Oh, that is a brilliant strike from the Chelsea supporter, Conor Gallagher. The captain comes up trumps with an absolute beautiful left-footed effort into the top left-hand corner, and Chelsea have come from 2 goals down to 2-2 with 10 minutes remaining here at Villa Park. And when you call on the captain, he comes up with an answer, and what a strike it was. It was Madueke down the right-hand side. He teed up Gallagher. He's 20 yards out, cuts in on his left foot, and he curls the ball sumptuously into the far left-hand corner. And Chelsea are back on level terms. Who would have thought that in the first half? Well, now, can they go on and win it? That's the big question. They're the side completely on the ascendancy at the moment. This game really has swung from claret and blue to blue. Here is Cash. He's under pressure, and Mudryk has fouled Cash, and that's exactly what Aston Villa need. As Cash has gone down, that will be a free kick actually to Mudryk, who's pulled down Matty Cash. But what a fine finish from Conor Gallagher. We're just looking at it again in the monitors in front of us. It's a sweeping left foot finish into that far left corner. And well, the boyhood supporter who now captains his club, he really is living the dream, isn't he? It's fair to say, Conor Gallagher. And collecting what is his 4th Premier League goal of the season. In the meantime, Aston Villa, though, will be making a substitution. And just trying to see exactly who that is that's coming off, but I can't tell you who's coming on. It's going to be John Duran who comes on. Now, I thought that was Moussa Diaby that's gone off the field there. Has the substitute been substitute? He has. What about that? Well, you don't see that very often, do you? But Moussa Diaby, who, it's fair to say, really hasn't had too much of a touch in this game. But he's the man that goes off, and John Duran is the man who comes on. So, well, he did play the majority of that game, of course, didn't he? But, well, Duran is now on, the 20-year-old Colombian striker. Just the 2 league starts so far. But he has come off the bench. This is his 18th time in the Premier League, so sure he'll be looking to add towards his 3 Premier League goals so far. But it will be a throw into Aston Villa on that far right-hand side, level with the Chelsea penalty area. Into the area it goes. There's the volley, first time, and well, Ezri Konsa looking to get in on the app there. It's a bit of a distance volley, that one. Came out to him, he's about 35 yards out. Why not? The ball bounced to him, right-footed volley, but it was always going and rising well over. Well, in fact, it dipped at the last minute, actually, but it always seemed like it was going over the crossbar. But, well, what a game we have had here at Villa Park. If you've just tuned in, you're listening to live audio match commentary. It's been a thriller at the Villa so far. Aston Villa 2, Chelsea 2. Chelsea coming back from 2 goals down to 2-2. Here is Caicedo now, inside the centre circle. Looking to twist and turn. Finds Palmer, now into the feet of Jackson. Here is Nicola Jackson. He's got Madueke on the right-hand side. He uses it. Here is Madueke. Still trying to take on Luca Dean. He's got the ball right by the corner flag as Madueke cuts in on the left foot. He's trying to tease Luca Dean there, which he does so. Here is Chalobah. Back into Caicedo. Short to Chalobah. 6 minutes to go here at Villa Park. It's all square. Cole Palmer. Lovely ball into Gallagher. If there's one team that's going to win it, it's going to be Chelsea. Here is Chalobah. Into Gallagher. Clips the ball into the area. Jackson trying to get up there. Is he going to fall for Mudryk? Oh, I thought he was going to volley that, and he should have done. But instead he tried to take the ball down, and he got dispossessed, and Villa will come forward now on the counter-attack. Here is Matty Cash. That's a good sliding tackle from Badiashile. Won it back brilliantly inside the centre circle. But here come Chelsea now. Here is Mudryk. It's one end to the other here. Out to the left-hand side. Here is Jackson. Oh, the shot is blocked. That will be a corner to Chelsea. As they really do believe now that they may even go and win this. And it's deflected off the Aston Villa man, and Villa are going to have to do all the defending that is required here. It's a corner to Chelsea from this left-hand side. 5 minutes remain here at Villa Park. Aston Villa 2, Chelsea 2. Cole Palmer will go over and take the corner, left-footed. In it goes, headed away by Torres. It's not away yet though, but McGinn picks up the loose ball. He's been very quiet tonight, I must admit, and he goes down and he'll win Aston Villa a free kick. Will the Scotsman, and that will be a yellow card, I would think, for the Chelsea man, Thiago Silva. And indeed it is for the Brazilian, who knew exactly what he was doing, fully experienced in that motion, Thiago Silva. Picking up his 4th Premier League yellow card of the season. Sure he won't mind that though. But Aston Villa will have a free kick inside their centre circle, so no real damage. Here is Diego Carlos out to Konsa. On the right hand side to Cash. Cash has got Watkins with him. Back out to Cash again. Now Villa will try and I'm sure try and get their lead back. Here is Luca Dean on the left-hand side. Trying to take on Madueke. Madueke stands his ground. Now McGinn. Villa going from left to right, all the way back to the defensive line. Konsa out to the right-hand side to Cash now. Cash is going to try and take on his men. Here is Matty Cash. Mudryk has come back to help out Cucurella. 3 minutes to go here at Villa Park. Aston Villa 2, Chelsea 2. Here is McGinn, twists and turns, gets away from Gallagher. Here's McGinn, driving towards the area, finds Cash. Low ball into the area. Oh, Watkins puts it over the bar. Oh, you'd bank on him hitting the target from about 8 yards out in a central position. But somehow he fires it over right-footed. John McGinn, lovely run, found Cash, pulled the ball back. He's right on the penalty spot, actually. Ollie Watkins, but somehow maybe the ball came too quick to him. Maybe that's the excuse you could use in that case, but well, I don't think there's enough excuse there. Right-footed, fires it well over the bar. You would bank certainly your money, even your house on Ollie Watkins hitting the target there. Certainly glad I didn't though. And well, what an opportunity for Aston Villa. But well, as I say, The equaliser from Conor Gallagher is currently why we are all square here at Villa Park. It was a peach of a strike from Conor Gallagher with the left-footed. There's been some good goals, it's fair to say, in this one. And it's been a cracking game, really, here as well at Villa Park. If you have just tuned in, you have missed full of fun here. But, well, from an Aston Villa point of view, of course, you wouldn't be thinking that, having been 2 goals up, but letting it slide. But in the meantime, Chelsea are going to be making a double substitution. It'll be Cesar Casady, I think, that's going to be coming on alongside Axel Disasi, is it? Oh, can't quite see it in the dugout in front of us, but I can tell you Cesar Casady is certainly one of those substitutions. We'll just see what Pochettino has to say to him as we wait, of course, for the substitution to be changed or to be made. And well, he is an Italian defensive midfielder, is Cesar Casady. He's actually yet to start for Chelsea, but he's making his 7th appearance from the bench now. In the meantime, Thiago Silva is hobbling off the field, so he goes off. So Mudryk and Thiago Silva are the men who make way for Casady, and Axel Disasi is also the man who comes on. So I think Chelsea are just shoring things up a little bit now. Whether Conor Gallagher might move into a more advanced position, maybe that's what they'll do actually, Chelsea, having looked at that. But Axel Disasi will just slip into the back 4 alongside Benai Badiashile. And well, that's the change that has been made. In the meantime, it is a goal kick to Chelsea, which Petrovic will thump forward. Over the halfway line it will go. Madueke tries to pick up the loose ball. He cannot do so. Luca Dean gets there ahead of him, and the ball will go out for a throw. We've got 7 minutes of added time here at Villa Park. If you've just tuned in, you're listening to live audio match commentary, where is Aston Villa 2, Chelsea 2. Here is Badiashile. Rolls it back to Petrovic now, who just takes his time out to the left-hand side. It does appear that Gallagher might be playing now in a more advanced position. In the meantime, his Casady has gone down, and that will be a free kick to Chelsea. And a chance for Chelsea to get the ball into the penalty area. It's about 10 yards outside the Aston Villa penalty area, 3 yards from that far left touchline. So Cole Palmer and Conor Gallagher will go over and take it. Of course, Chelsea did turn things around against Manchester United not so long ago, didn't they, with 2 goals in stoppage time. They certainly have the pedigree to do so. It will be a free kick then for Chelsea from this left-hand side. It's taken quickly. Here is Gallagher now. Towards the area, Gallagher is going to go for the strike. It's deflected up in the air. It's away by Duran, only as far as Caicedo. Heads it out to the left-hand side. Still Chelsea have it. There's a battle going on, and Uropenham does well and wins it back for Aston Villa. But I think he's won a throw. Yes, he has. Good battling there from Tim Uropenham, the young man. And he has won his side a throw-in. And, in fact, a free kick, actually, for being tugged down, which Robin Olsen will go to take. Right-footed, launches it over the halfway line. It will go only as far as Disasi, who will head it back to the keeper, Petrovic, and Chelsea can start again. Here is Disasi, out to the right to Chalobah. Chalobah opts for the ball inside to Caicedo. Caicedo back out to Chalobah. Over the halfway line it will go. Clips it down the line. Right-hand side is Jackson. He's onto it. He's got 2 Villa players for company. In the end, Dean wins it back, but it will be a Chelsea throw-in on this near right touchline, 3 yards from the corner flag. Jackson will go to take it, throws it into the feet of Madueke. Here is Madueke again, knocks it back to Chalobah. Chalobah back into Cole Palmer. It's all Chelsea at the moment. There's only one-way traffic, it's fair to say. Villa have got everybody behind the ball now. Here is Madueke on that right-hand side, cutting in the left foot, tries to get the ball down, and he almost found Nicholas Jackson, who made a brilliant run down the right side of the area, but out came Robin Olsen, and he was able to shield the ball and let it go out for a goal kick to Aston Villa. And a chance for Villa to just take stock, really, of what they've had to endure in this second half. Robin Olsen launches it, right-footed, over the halfway line it will go, only as far as Casedi, who puts it forward over the back of the Aston Villa back line. They're going to have to be careful here. Oh, they've given it away, and here is Cole Palmer. Great run by Palmer. Can he finish it? Oh, good save by Robin Olsen. Oh, his hands are on his face. He knows what a great chance that was for Chelsea. And it was all through Aston Villa's undoing, really. It was Diego Carlos whose real casual flick went into the feet of Cole Palmer. He then rolled his way through three Villa players, got to the edge of the area, got the shot in as Robin Olsen came out. It's a good save by Olsen's legs and out for a corner to Chelsea. But they've got the opportunity to try and remember. They scored from a quick corner. That winning goal against Manchester United. I don't think they'll do so here, though. Cole Palmer is taking the corner. He's the man who did it, wasn't he? There it goes. Floated into the back post. Concer's up there with a header. Still not away. Badiashile gets it back. Disasi! Oh, Chelsea have won it! Surely they've won it here at Villa Park. And it's the substitute, Axel Disasi. The Chelsea supporters go absolutely wild to our right-hand side here. And Disasi goes running over to them. Gallagher jumps on his back. The celebrations are all at sea. Chelsea have done it again. They've turned it round from 2 goals down to 3-2 ahead. And Axel Disasi, the man who's only just come on, heads the ball. I think it even took a nick off the crossbar on the way in. But what an unbelievable finish to this game. It was the corner from Cole Palmer, cleared up in the air, and then it was brilliant intervention from Badiashile, left side of the area, who flicked the ball back on the half volley. Lovely, delightful cross. And there is Axel Disasi, edge of the 6-yard box, gets his header in. It hits the bar, the back of Olsen, and into the net it goes. And Chelsea have pulled off an incredible comeback here at Villa Park. However, there is going to be a VAR check. Now, don't forget, Chelsea have already had a goal chalked out by VAR already this evening. And it looks like they're looking at the possibility of a foul by Axel Disasi. And looking at it again, the arm was on the back, and I've got a feeling they might rule this out, you know. Craig Paulson is being asked to go to the TV monitor. Well, that was very, very quick, wasn't it? Quick decision. I think this is it a foul in the build-up? Ah. Well, there's a bit of a shoulder. Let's just have a look. Well, it's a bit of a nudge in the back of the Villa player. There's not much in it, to be fair. But maybe there's just enough to warrant a free kick. Very difficult to see. I don't know which way Craig Paulson will go. What will he give? Will he give the goal? Well, it's up to him. No, he doesn't give the goal. And the Chelsea celebrations are completely flat once more. And to the Aston Villa supporters, well, of course, they're standing on their feet and celebrating with relief, really. And the goal has been ruled out. So Axel Disasi's close-range header has been ruled out by VAR. And Chelsea have had a second goal this evening ruled out by VAR as well. Pochettino is not happy, let me tell you. And I have to say, it's a soft one. It certainly is. Aston Villa can count themselves very fortunate on that occasion, because yes, there's a nudge in the back, but is there enough for a foul? It's difficult to tell. I only had a really quick look at it, and when you slow it down, let's be fair, it's worse, isn't it? But here is Rodgers now, down the left-hand side. Can Villa go on and win it? Morgan Rodgers to the byline, good tackle. That will be a corner. Chalobah sliding in to take the ball off Morgan Rodgers, but he can only put the ball behind for a corner. Pochettino is still having words, by the way, with the official on the touchline. Of course, the fourth official is Sam Barrett, and he's certainly having words with him in his ears. But in the meantime, Villa have a chance to win this right at the death. It's going to be John McGinn, is it? Or no, it's going to be Luca Dean that will take the corner from this left-hand side. This will surely be it. We're in the 8th minute of stoppage time. We've got 7 to play, so we're already a minute and a bit over. It'll be Luca Dean that will take the corner from the left-hand side. What can Aston Villa do from this? In it goes, there's the header! Oh, it's just over the bar from John Duran. Oh, he knows how close he was there. On the edge of the 6-yard box, he beats Conor Gallagher to the ball, gets his header in, does the Colombian. But the ball is over the crossbar. It's just too high, sails over. It hits the actual roof of the net, actually. Top of the roof of the net, of course. And over the bar it goes. But what an enthralling encounter we've had here at Villa Park, no matter what. Here is Rodgers now, and it's still not over yet. Here is Cucurella, wins it back for Chelsea. They will come forward now, but that will be it. There's no more time here. Well, what an incredible game we have had here at Villa Park. It's finished here. Aston Villa 2, Chelsea 2. Well, Aston Villa ran into a 2-goal first half lead thanks to an own goal from Mark Cucurella and Morgan Rodgers. Chelsea also saw a goal ruled out for VAR through Nicholas Jackson, but eventually they managed to get on the score sheet in the 63rd minute thanks to Noni Madueke's fine finish. And then the equalising goal came with just 9 minutes remaining through Conor Gallagher, before at the end you thought Chelsea had won it when Axel Disasi headed in from close range. But it wasn't to be. The goal was ruled out by VAR once again. What an enthralling encounter it's been at Villa Park. Hope you've enjoyed listening to it. It's finished here. Aston Villa 2, Chelsea 2. Thank you very much for listening, and a very good evening to you all.